How's it going, guys? It's been a while. I pretty much let this channel go. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys are into now, what y'all do, but yeah, man. I've been pretty busy. Well, my neighbors probably don't think I actually work. Believe it or not, I've been spending more time at work with work-related stuff. Can't really stream during the day like I was going to try to do in order for me to hit my numbers and all that. And it's a decent gig. Don't want to mess it up. So, chat. I pretty much took y'all's advice. Think about it. Been streaming less. Far less. Far less. Been spending more time with the family, with my kids, and with the wife. That's important too. Make sure you have those date nights. You know, it's what are we gonna do here with this channel? Yet another one of those videos. What are we doing here with this channel? I don't really feel like going back and talk about horror movies and horror stuff. I did that. Don't want to talk about that. I mean, it might come up every once in a while. I'll tell you what, man. It's like talk about what you know, right? What I spend my day doing when I'm not working is I do listen to like YouTube drama stuff. Of course, I do listen to like every now and then okay, who do you guys watch as far as like streamers go, and why? I do pay attention a little bit to like, of course, Ethan Ralph stuff still every now and then when it pops up. The Kino Casino every now and then. It's kind of like I still think back to what PPP used to be and how he hated Worski. And he said all sorts of crazy stuff, but that's all water under the bridge now. Money makes things nice. Rekieta. What's going on with Rekieta? Now that is interesting to me. Talk about a drunk. You guys said I'm an alcoholic. Holy crap. You know what? I'm glad that Rekieta is doing what he's doing. You guys are actually seeing like a full-fledged alcoholic there. Like there is no stopping that train. There's no brakes on that truck. It is going. Like it is. They say the expression is you fell off the wagon, right? When you get into the booze. But no, man, he's on the wagon. He's on the booze wagon, all right? He's going to Booze Town. He's drinking himself to death. And it's crazy. Like, you're going to see him go through, like, liver failure, Nick Rekieta. You're going to see him get his skin become all yellow, his eyes become yellow, have like what jaundice, they call that. You're gonna see that because he's not gonna stop. He's just gonna get worse and worse, and it's nightmarish almost. But he's doing it to himself. So at the end of it all, it's kind of like, well, he could make the choice to stop. The longer he stays with this boozing, the harder it's going to be. Yeah, I mean, withdrawals are going to be hell for him. Because at the rate he drinks, I'm pretty sure his body is dependent on it. I'm pretty sure it is. But that is a sad state of affairs, man. That is sad. I mean, this is guy Rekieta. Man, it was like last year, right? When the Johnny Depp stuff was going off and Rittenhouse stuff. He was trending big. Oh, man. I would go into the office and people who had no idea about like Rekieta's like Vic Mignogna stuff or whatever would be like talking about his stream, talking about this Nick Rekieta guy. It was like when my neighbor was telling me about this Nick Rekieta guy, I was like, oh shit, you know about that guy? Damn. I mean, I was like, that's pretty impressive. Not only is he getting bigger numbers, but like, you know, it's like more and more people are seeing him, and like people who are not really people who don't really live on the internet are learning about him. Really good exposure there, you know, and he had it. He had the world. He had about the balls, man. It's something happened. I don't really think it's all like, oh, it's probably a combination of things. So you know what happened there, where he is, now. I'm sure feeling less skilled and really evaluating his ability to lawyer compared to other internet lawyers that were around that time that he's becoming becoming friends with. And I think that really put things in perspective. At first it was cool, but then there was some tension, some issues, and then he had stuff behind the scenes. He had the no, actually I think as more attention was put on to Rekieta, more of his I guess he gave more time for his I guess degenerate side to be really exposed. Like even during the internet blood sports days, Rekieta was talking about Baldos and stupid stuff, and you know, he would be racist and stuff. He'd throw a poorly made racist joke. I mean, it wouldn't be racist, I suppose, but you know, make it funny. You know, but he I don't think, sure, he changed in the fact that he's gotten worse, but I think more attention was put onto him and more people saw who he is and what he is, and like they didn't react the same way. You know, they didn't have the same reaction there. It wasn't funny. And I think it's really messing with him. And now lately he's been trying to act like a stand-up comedian. Like we weren't watching you because you're like a joke smith, man. No, like we thought you knew what you were talking about. A lot of us did. We learned through trial and error here, through spending hours, because your streams go for hours, that you don't know what you're talking about. And apparently, I mean, one of your biggest cases there, like the Vic Mignogna thing, I know it wasn't his case directly, but he was definitely involved in hyping it up and all that stuff. Where's Vic Mignogna now? Oh, he's not in a good position. The stand with Vic bros, it sucks, doesn't it? It sucks to get that L, to wash it out. It does. This fucking fat heifers at Funimation won. Where's my burrito? That's what they'd be saying. Otherwise, I'll like that again. Here's the problem, man. The reason I haven't really been streaming on this channel, it's like I need to set the time. But things come up. I also stream this Friday, but poker night this Friday. And even though I don't think I've won a game, I'm gonna play. It's fun. Like, no offense, guys. No offense. I know a lot of you guys supported me for a while, you know, whatever. But the reality is, if I have a chance to hang out with like neighbors or friends in real life, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, man. It's just is what it is. On the weekdays, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I stream on the other channel, talk about, you know, Japanese bands, whatever. It's a handful of people, but they really like it. There's grown some support there. Cool. And I like it too. The side of me you probably didn't even know. But it's really not all that surprising, really. If you look at some of the old videos on this channel, I was a Baby Metal fan even then. Let's see. If we do stream, He-Man Woman Haters Club is coming back. More of those style streams. That's right. We're gonna bring the misogyny all the way. Crank the dial as far as it can go. No ladies allowed. No girls allowed to watch those streams. No, they need to be in their place. They need to be in that kitchen, making me some sandwiches. They ain't making me a sandwich. What are you doing? Talking to me? There's a good use for that mouth. And it's for reciting Bible verses, not what you were thinking. I want to... Oh, man. Ah, man, it's just... But I see this channel. I see it, you know? I remember it every now and then. It is definitely dying, decaying, sitting there, just kind of stagnant, you know? A lot of you guys are still there. I'm glad you are. You know, it's we gotta reform some things. We're gonna do a stream talking about Ricada. Everyone else does that shit. I don't want to do the same thing everyone else fucking does. As far as other drama stuff, like, dude, like I said, I pay attention. Like, okay, in the background, while I'm working, I'll have, like, streams on. A lot of work I do is, like, you know, a lot of documentation stuff for government-related stuff. So, meantime, I'll be like, oh, whoa, this Vosh drama is very interesting. I'll be on a phone call, and then I'm hearing people on the internet talking about how this loser Vosh is, like, caught with, like, a whole folder of, like, lolly stuff. Like, oh, that's a doozy. That's a doozy of a situation. Not gonna pass up on that. Whoa. See, only few times. I say few because I guess there was, like, 2 or 3 streams now. Only times yeah, the only time I really listened to the H3 podcast. Man, you gotta stop, my jokes are lame shit. I'm like listening to this guy, I'm like, man, he's like afraid, he's timid to say anything edgy because he knows he'll be canceled by his own fans. But you know, people are afraid. So afraid. You can't even say the word faggot anymore. You know? The only way you could say that is if you say yourself as gay. YouTube, I'm a homosexual. I'm bisexual. I'm married, I have 2 kids. But I tell you what, I didn't suck dick to not be able to say the word faggot. Okay? Alright? That is true. That is true. It's as true as YouTube needs to know. Alright? In fact, let me tell you something. I've earned that right to say that. Yeah, I've earned that right to say that word. Even when I was, I think, 17, 18. I was young. I was at Whataburger. One of my first jobs. And my manager, D'Angelo. This is a real story. There's truth, and then there's obviously some hyperbole there, but it is true. He'd be like, Jesse, you were always my favorite. I'm like, Angelo, what do you want to order? Because he was at the counter, and now I realized that was not a good way to follow up that. That was not a good way to follow that up. And he was like, ew, Jesse, I'll take a number 1 for you. Like, son of a bitch. Okay. We're at work here, Angelo. You can't get the number one right now. No, but seriously, the guy was a homosexual creeper dude who would uh, like openly make things really awkward and flirt with me. It was really really awkward, uh, annoyingly so. And he really targeted me, and there were some really questionable encounters. Now that I think about it, like when I went to the back to get some potatoes, French fries, and I saw D'Angelo. I turned around. D'Angelo he kind of blocked me in there, and he was just looking at me, licking his lips. I was like, D'Angelo, yeah, I just take these to the fry thing, okay? He's like, oh, come back anytime. I was like, okay, I don't know about that, but I was awkward back then, super awkward. I'm like awkward now, okay? I didn't know how to interact in that situation and what to do. Okay, all right. I'm telling you, like I've earned that right through being victimized by a gay Mexican, possibly. Now I think about it, I mean I was 17 then, so I guess that is legal in Texas. But it's very sus there. I can definitely say I've earned that right to say that name or that word. God, you weren't expecting that. Shit. I thought we were just gonna hang out, have a quick little video, talk about things we've been doing while we've been gone, right? Kind of like a reunion. And now I shared you a freaking tragedy, man. I shared you some of my trauma. I shared with you some of my deep and personal trauma. It's like old times. Wow. We just have to find that day and time, and stream again. Maybe this Saturday. Problem is, if I stream on a Saturday night, you know what that means? I'm not hanging out with my wife on that Saturday night, and I would rather do that than stream with you guys if the opportunity is there. No offense, just is what it is. I think it makes sense there. Well, we'll figure it out. Oh, last thing, I saw that Ben Thorpe and his daughter are living together in a freaking RV still. That's still a bad situation. I mean, freaking losers, man. What a fucking loser. I mean, creepy, disgusting, daughter-loving loser. What else is there to say? It's just... maybe we get more into that in the stream. With that said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.